I want to say something that most people are too afraid to say on the internet. Sometimes you look in a mirror and you don't just feel bad about yourself. You feel something darker than that. Something that sounds like,
I hate who I am. I hate the way I look, the way I talk, the choices I've made. I hate that I can't seem to get it together. I hate myself.
if you ever felt that, I want you to know something. You are not alone, and there is nothing wrong with you for feeling it. But I also need you to hear this. That feeling is not the truth about you. It is a story, and today I want to help you understand where that story came from and how to start writing a different one. Let's talk about it. Welcome back to the Unveil. Before we go in, if you're in a real dark place right now, if self-hatred has become something heavier than you can hold, I want you to reach out to someone today, a therapist, a crisis line, anyone. The 988 Lifeline is available by call or text. You deserve real human support, and I mean that. This video is for those of us who know that feeling, who have lived inside of it, and ready to examine it, to start asking,
Is this actually true? Because I don't think it is.
let's go. Self-hatred doesn't arrive from nowhere. It is learned. Nobody is born hating themselves. Babies don't look at their hands and feel shame. Toddlers don't lay in bed categorizing their failures. That kind of inner cruelty has an origin, and that origin is almost always outside of you before it becomes inside of you. It starts with the message we receive. The parent who criticized more than they affirm. The teacher who made you feel stupid. The kids who made you feel like you're too much or not enough or wrong in some way you couldn't name. The culture that told you your body, your mind, your personality needed to be different. And a child, because we are all children when these messages land, doesn't have the capacity to say that's not true. A child says,
"That must be right. There must be something wrong with me."
and that belief gets wired in. It becomes the filter through which you see everything. Every mistake confirms it. Every rejection confirms it. Every hard moment confirms it. The inner critic isn't you. It's an internalized voice from someone who didn't see you clearly, and it has been running on a loop for so long that it feels like your own voice, but isn't. Knowing that doesn't make it disappear overnight, but it does change the relationship you can have with it. Okay, let's address the obvious. Just telling yourself you're beautiful, just repeat affirmation every morning, just choosing to love yourself. Has anyone tried this and found it not quite doing a thing? Because you're standing in a bathroom at 7 in the morning whispering,
I am enough.
and some parts of your brain is going to absolutely not. Here's why that happens. Affirmation work on the surface level of the mind, but self-hatred lives deeper in the body, in the nervous system, in the part of you that learned these beliefs before you have language for them. You cannot think your way out of a feeling that was never about thinking in the first place. This doesn't mean affirmation have no value. They can be a useful tool, especially once you're done some of the deeper work. But they cannot be the foundation. They cannot replace the actual healing. So, what actually works? When self-love feels completely out of reach, and for a lot of us, it does, I want to offer you a different destination. Not self-love, not yet. Something called self-neutrality. Self-neutrality is the practice of observing yourself without verdict. Not
I love my body.
because maybe you don't yet, and saying it feels like a lie. Not
I hate my body.
because that's cruelty dressed up as honesty.
But this is my body. It carries me through every single day and is doing its best.
Not
I'm so proud of myself for that.
if pride feels too far. Not
I'm such a failure.
because that's the critic talking. But
I tried. I didn't get the outcome I wanted. That's information, not a verdict on my worth.
self-neutrality is the middle ground between cruelty and performance. And for most of us, it's actually a more honest and more sustainable starting point. From neutral, love becomes possible. From hate, it's almost impossible to get there in one leap. Here are some tools that actually help shift the inner voice over time. Tool 1. Name the critic. Give your inner critic a name, not your name, but a different name. Because it is not you when the voice shows up and says,
"You are so pathetic."
Notice it and say,
There's the critic again.
naming it creates distance. Distance creates choice. Tool 2. Ask where it came from. When you hear the inner critic speak, ask.
Whose voice is this really?
Very often, it sounds exactly like someone specific. A parent, a sibling, a teacher, an ex. That recognition alone can change the weight of it. Tool 3. Respond as a friend. When you catch yourself in self-criticism, ask.
Would I say this to someone I love?
If the answer is no, and it's almost always is, ask what you would say to them instead, and then say that to yourself out loud if you can. Tool 4. Celebrate the micro. Self-love grows in tiny moments. You got out of bed when it was hard. You drank some water. You apologized when you were wrong. You showed up even though you were scared. These things count. Start counting them. Tool 5. Get your body involved. Self-hatred lives in the body, so healing has to happen there too. Move, breathe, put your hand on your chest and just breathe. Be in your body with kindness. It doesn't have to be dramatic, it just has to be intentional. I want to leave you with this. You are not a fixed thing. You are not the sum of your worst moments, of your hardest self-assessments. You are a person in process, and in that process is not a failure, it's life. The fact that you're here, watching this, trying to find your way back to yourself, that is not small. That is the beginning of everything. Start with neutral. Start with
I am allowed to exist without proving myself.
Start with one kind thing today. If the course is calling you, the link is in the description. It's a structured, compassionate path through a lot of this and more. Share this video if it helped you. Someone in your life might need to hear it today. I'll see you in the next one. Be gentle with yourself. You deserve it, and I believe that you can do it.